Web. Welcome back to the Hangin' With Web Show. We are here at Space Coast Book Lovers in Cocoa Beach, Florida. Remember, folks, subscribe if you haven't already so you can come back over and over again and see some amazing authors, artists, filmmakers, musicians, creators of all kinds here on the Hangin' With Web Show. I am G.W. Pomacher, and I'm here hanging with author Brenda Hunt, the author of Pursuit of a Scottish Lady.
Right.
All right. Thanks you so much for hanging with us.
All right.
I really appreciate you coming in. So tell us about Pursuit of a Scottish Lady.
It starts off with a duke getting highway robbed, and he decides to go after her.
You start with a robbery.
That's it.
And it's a romance.
It's a romance.
It's a romance.
It's a historical romance set about in the 1810, 1812.
Wow. Oh, so what drew you to that era?
I've always been in that era. I think I was.
You only think you see her here.
Yes.
She's back there.
Yes, I've been in that era for a very long time.
Awesome, awesome. So, because it is something that you've always been interested in, was there a lot of research that went into this, or was it stuff that you picked up over the years, or how did that?
A bit of both. Back in the 70s, I was able to go to England and spend some time there.
Awesome.
And because I had loved it there, I started writing about it.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And is this part of a series?
This is a book 2 of the Moonstone Magic series.
The Moonstone Magic series. We've got Highwaymen, we've got magic, we've got romance.
Yes.
I mean, this has got it all.
Oh, yes.
This is, get in there, check this out, guys. So in doing the research, it's a favorite era of yours. So did you learn anything or find out anything that particularly sticks out? It was one of those fascinating factoids that just, ooh, I didn't know that.
Not really.
Not really, huh?
Not really. In fact, like when I went to England.
Like a
in fact, like when I went to England, I felt like I was. I've been there. I felt like I was already there. I had been there.
You had researched it, and you just
not
were
so much,
fascinated.
not so much as researched it as though I was. This was someplace I had been before.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a great vibe to get when you go visiting, because you feel like you're at home.
I feel like I'm at home.
That's
this was something that was almost felt like it was me.
Wow, that is fantastic. When you were in England, was there anything you just had to see? What would have been the thing that you kind of, if you couldn't have done anything else?
One of the things I didn't get to see that I wanted to see was Stonehenge. But I did get to go to William Shakespeare's Stratford-on-Avon.
Awesome.
And get to walk there and see that. So that was one of the things. And I did get to see the Crown Jewels, which was awesome.
For a writer, getting to walk in the footsteps of Shakespeare is
amazing.
It is. It is. I mean, when you look at the classical writers, and you say, I get to see their house, or I get to see their street, and I get to see, there's just something inside you that just kind of, it's part of who you are as a writer, or as a creator.
It is. It was awesome just to walk down that street and just see, okay, this is where he was born, this is where he did some his playwriting, and it was amazing. That's
great. And the Crown Jewels.
Oh, the Crown Jewels were.
Which is, come on, guys. They're the Crown Jewels.
That's
for a
woman's every fantasy, shall I say.
Yeah. British kisses don't begin with K's. They begin in the tower. All right, well, you've always been interested in this period. You've always been interested in writing. We know that. This is book 2 in this series.
Well, this is book 2 in this series. Book 3 is in the process right now.
On the way. We're going to put links down below to your book links, your social media links, so people can find you and they can find out what you're up to and what you're writing, and they can check out your pictures and just all the things that those people on the web do. And we're going to move on to the part of the show that I have lovingly come to call clickbait. And I know you were watching backstage, so you know those are those headlines that are just sort of, you can't look away. You have to click on them.
Okay.
We're looking for that headline that'll make us both superstars.
Okay.
And so in order to find it, she's got weird questions. And she shuffled up a deck back there, and we're going to look up, and you and I are going to see this goofy question, and we're going to have to try to answer it.
All right.
Okay. Okay, not so bad. If you had 3 wishes from a genie, what would they be?
Go back in time to the Regency period.
Okay.
All right. Make sure my kids are comfortable.
You're going to be gone a while. You're going to be back in time.
Yeah, make sure they're comfortable and they've got all their finances and all of that stuff taken care of.
She's taking care of business before she leaves. And you got one more wish.
And I guess I better bring my husband with me.
She's the only woman on the planet that ever wished to take her husband with her back in time.
Well, there's kind of a reason for that.
They're the web. Let them use their She's a romance writer, guys.
Come
on. Okay. So if you joined the circus, what would you do?
I'd work with the wildcats, the tigers.
Ooh, wow. She's the tiger lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got to realize we're a big LSU tiger fan from Louisiana.
Awesome. Okay.
So
now,
that's where my tigers come from.
Tiger tamer right here, guys. Yep. Okay. Well, you know, you're writing, you're putting your books out there, you're sharing them with the world. And one of, every month our favorite time is when we know readers are reading and we get that little royalty check. What is the last thing that you just had to have? Where does that check go? What's the last thing you bought yourself? You just had to have it.
That's interesting. I guess the last thing we really bought that I really wanted to have was a camper.
Bought a camper?
Yes.
Awesome. Like to go on the road?
Yes.
Yes, you do?
We spent 10.5 weeks in the western states last fall.
That had to be amazing.
That was.
Wow. We loved going on the road just to do the show. So 10.5 weeks. I had to go to San Diego in 3 days. 10.5 weeks. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard me ask all the questions to all the other guests. I love to learn. Okay. So, in 30 seconds, teach me something I don't know. You're a period lady, I can tell you. My history's a little rusty.
Your history's a little rusty.
So tell me something I might not know in 30 seconds.
The Regency period is called the Regency because King George's son, the regent, was in control of the government and that kind of stuff.
I'm going to give her that one because I know that a lot of folks on the World Wide Web didn't know that, and I don't know why I do. I just was reading about this. The family, we were just reading this like a month ago. So I did know that. I don't know why I was reading this. We were watching a television show, and it happened to come up in the show, and we wanted to know more about it, so we were researching. And I just read that, and he, and the son was not the best of...
He had some mental problems.
Yes, he was not the best of regents. So I did read that, but cool, 30 seconds, she did it. She taught the World Wide Web something in 30 seconds. Okay, well, we know you love to visit overseas, and you love to do RV, you love to go camping. Favorite U.S. location or monument or thing that you got to see in your 10 weeks on the road?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Pretty cool stuff.
Pretty cool
stuff. I've not been there myself.
Pretty cool stuff. We got to see quite a bit. We did Mount Rushmore, Yellowstone, Mount Hood in Oregon, Yosemite, Sequoia, and Grand Canyon.
Wow. That's a trip.
Yeah.
That's a trip. Speaking of trips, where are you going to be next? Where can readers find you?
Actually, I'll be local at home in about 2 weeks at one of the local libraries.
Awesome. And where's home?
Home is Houma, Louisiana. Houma, Louisiana.
Houma, Louisiana.
Yes, it's about 50 miles south of New Orleans. South.
South of New Orleans?
South. There is stuff south of New Orleans, yes.
50 miles south?
Yes. We're about 10 miles from the Gulf.
Wow. See, most people on the web, south of New Orleans. 50
I've answered that quite often.
Yeah. Because I'm just looking at the map in my head going, I didn't know that there was 50 miles in there.
Oh, yes.
Apparently there's about 60.
Yeah, there's about 60 to 75, yeah.
And it's not swamp. They're people folk.
Yeah, a lot of it is swamp, but
a lot of it is, but there's still people folk.
There's still people.
All right. So y'all watch on TV, you saw that swamp people thing?
That's fake.
That ain't real. All right, Dan.
Because my husband at one time used to hunt alligators, and it's not.
It ain't all that.
It ain't all that.
It ain't all that. It'd be dirty and it's a swamp, folks. Do the math. We got to wrap it up.
Okay.
See how easy that was? It just goes so fast. Just because we were having fun. They don't like it when that happens.
That's it.
We're going to wrap it up and thank our partners and our friends over at Something Unique Magazine, the Florida Book News, Wordfire Press, Space Coast Comics, Famous Faces and Funnies. Thank you so much for sharing these videos, these creators, these artists and authors all over the World Wide Web. I'm G.W. Pomacher from the Space Coast Book Lovers event in Cocoa Beach, Florida, hosted by Terry Dees Edney, hanging with Brenda Hunt, the author of Pursuit of a Scottish Lady, which is book 2 in the Moonstone Magic series. The Moonstone Magic series. Check it out. Check the links down below. And remember, while you're online, guys, subscribe, log on, tune in, see who we're hanging with next. Wow.